everyone is asking the same question. Who will be the main villain of K-pop Demon Hunters 2? Will it be a new demon lord, a resurrected enemy, or even a corrupted Saja Boy? But what if I told you the sequel is already hinting at a villain far more dangerous, far more intelligent, and far more deeply connected to Huntrix than anyone realizes? A villain whose motives are not driven by hatred or revenge, but by obsession and purpose. Because the real threat isn't who we think, and the clues have been sitting in plain sight since the very first movie. K-pop Demon Hunters shows us villains with clear roles: Mystery, Hex, Jinu, but none of them are the source of the conflict. They are pawns, prototypes, or messengers for an unseen power. So the real question becomes, who benefits from creating the Saja Boys? Who profits from war between humans and demons? Who has the intelligence to engineer artificial souls, manipulate emotional coding, and design perfect killers that don't behave like natural demons? It's not the Saja Boys. It's not the demon realm's leadership. It isn't even the supposed demon king. It's the one entity the movie never shows, the architect, the hidden mastermind behind Project Saja. The architect engineered the Saja Boys. They perfected soul partitioning. They created bodies that don't truly die, only reset. They understand human psychology and demon biology in a way no natural being could. This villain is neither demon nor hunter, but something in between. Something that exists outside the rules of either realm. A figure who can rewrite identity, sculpt behavior, and erase individuality as easily as adjusting code. And now, this architect has a problem. Huntrix destroyed their greatest creations. Rumi, the hybrid anomaly; Mira, the disciplined protector; Zoe, the unpredictable joyopath whose behavior breaks every pattern. To the architect, Huntrix isn't just a threat. They're a flaw in the system, a glitch that must be understood, controlled, or eliminated. But here's where things get darker. The architect isn't motivated by anger. They're motivated by curiosity. Huntrix represents something they tried and failed to create. Living beings whose emotions, instincts, and unpredictability cannot be coded. Huntrix is chaos. Huntrix is freedom. Huntrix is everything the Saja Boys never were, and failure is the one result the architect cannot tolerate. That's why the sequel's villain arc isn't about revenge. It's about collection. The architect doesn't want to destroy Huntrix. They want to break them down, study them, and rebuild them into something perfect. Huntrix isn't being hunted, they're being harvested. Now think about the rules of this world. Demons return when killed. Humans die permanently. But the Saja Boys, they don't die at all. They collapse and reset. They fade like energy being recalled to a system. Someone had to create that loophole between life and death. Someone had to design a soul that behaves like code instead of consciousness. That someone is the architect, who has been watching the events unfold from the shadows, gathering data. Their true goal isn't to destroy humanity or conquer the demon realm. It's to build the ultimate being, one that combines demon resilience with human emotion. Rumi is the blueprint. Zoe is the chaos variable. Mira is the stabilizer, and Romance, if he joins Huntrix, becomes the bridge between realms. Hints in the movie confirm this. At the moment the Saja Boys fall, the demon realm reacts. Not with sorrow, but with a pulse, a shockwave, as if something larger sensed the change. That wasn't grief. It was activation. The architect woke up. Then there's Jinu's soul inside Rumi's sword. That kind of soul transfer isn't natural, it's engineered. The sword didn't trap Jinu. It recognized him. It's an artifact from the earliest Saja experiments, a prototype weapon designed to hold artificial souls. Which means the architect now has direct access to Jinu's memories, instincts, combat data, and emotional coding. The creator just downloaded their original leader. So the main villain of K-pop Demon Hunters 2 want to be a giant monster or a demon king. It won't even be one of the Saja Boys. It will be the mind behind everything. The scientist, the manipulator, the engineer who built the Saja Boys and watched Huntrix destroy them. This villain isn't coming to wipe out the world. They're coming to fix it, to correct their failures, to rewrite Huntrix ES identities, and convert them into the hybrid weapons the Saja Boys were supposed to become. And the scariest part? The architect will not fight alone. They will revive Mystery, Hex, Raiden, Baby, Romance, and even Jinu. Because artificial souls can be recalled like saved data. The Saja Boys were never truly dead. They were only waiting for the architect's command. The sequel's real enemy isn't a demon. It's a god of engineering, a puppet master whose creations rebelled. And now they are coming to correct their mistake. Huntrix thinks they won the war, but the real war hasn't even started. The next villain isn't coming from the demon realm. They're coming from the lab, and they know Huntrix better than anyone. Because Huntrix is exactly what they want most: a perfect weapon.